let us understand Qlik replicate. So Qlik replicate is a technique, is a unique data replication and ingestion tool. Ingestion means data accumulation, or data consumption or selections, we can say. Okay, ingestion tool that provides high speed connectivity for collecting to data from the varieties of data sources. That could be RDBMS, that could be a flat file, that could be a cloud. Okay, cloud based data. So it can get the data from the various servers and sends to multiple data warehouses. When I say getting the data from multiple server and storing to one server, it is a simply data extraction and restoration. But when I say replication, getting the data from the n number of servers and storing the data into n number of servers. Same data into n number of servers at the same time. Qlik replicate empower organizations to accelerate data replications, okay, ingestion and streaming across varieties of heterogeneous databases, data warehouses, and big data platforms. So that's what the definition is. Like data ingestion is basically the extraction, and streaming to varieties of heterogeneous databases. Like if you have a SQL Server data warehouse, if you have Oracle data warehouse, or if you have a big data platform, that data is get into multiple data sources on a real-time basis. Used by hundreds of enterprises worldwide, Qlik replicate moves the data easily, securely, and effectively with minimal operational cost. So because it's everything happen through the GUI, graphic user interface, so time consumption is very less, and chance of getting uh, you know erroneous scenario is also very less. But if you do the data warehouse manually by scripting and all, you will have the chance of erroneous scenarios are quite high. Now you see, this is the architecture of Qlik replicate. So we have the data from the left side and the data on the right side. The data comes from see your dashboard. uh, this is also your database, this is also your database. Your dashboard also using this data or this data, because in the web garden you have multiple servers, right? And one load balancer may send request to any server as per the capacity or as per the availability. Now that server, that application server or dashboard server might request data from any nearest data warehouse, because you have multiple databases in the cluster environment. So the requirement is to replicate the data to all the databases on a real-time basis. If the data is entered to one data warehouse, the data will be replicated to all the other data warehouses in the web garden. Now how the replications is happen, this all data is used by your dashboard or data lake, data RDBMS, relational database management system, data warehouse, flat files, and mainframe. Okay, so a live batch is going on. So always streams the data. It's not download the entire data. It always streams the data, like syncs the data, whichever the data is added incrementally. When I say incrementally, you cannot fetch the entire data which is size in terabytes, right? Always you cannot take the backup and store there in the other server. It always syncs the data. If two records are added, it will be checking every time the pulse of the database it is checking, the two record will be immediately replicated to another database. You see the database environment, whatever it is there in the server 1, the same thing, a replica of this environment is there in the server 2. Okay, this is a server, this is a server. These two server always have to maintain the balance or unique informations or uniform information in either side of the server. So how this uniformity will be maintained on the real time? There should not be any time lag, not even 5 minutes. When you take backup from one database and store in another backup database, it might be a delay, right? Even if we can do this backup and restoration in 5 minutes, in 1 hour, in half day, but that is not real time. In between that period, if data is lost from the primary server, you will get the older data from the secondary server. But in replication, what happened? If at any point of time the data in this primary server lost or this server is not accessible, instantly same information will be retrieved from the other slave servers. There would not be any data loss. Why? Because it always do the streaming, not downloading the data and storing the data. It streams the data, syncs the data on an incremental fashion. So this is what the replication engine is. I hope I make sense. Okay. So this is the architecture of Qlik Replicate. Now the features of Qlik Replicate is the salient features like available universal data availability. Like you can extract the data from any data source and stores the data onto any data source. It's replicate, synchronize, distribute, consolidate, and ingest the data source of from all major databases, data warehouse, and Hadoop on premises and in the cloud. So you can sends the data, retrieves the data, synchronize the data, distribute the data from any different type of data sources. Qlik replicate feature here accelerate or speed up the data integration for analytics. Ultimately, the data which is fed into the data warehouse, we further use that for analytics, right? For reporting. So in the reporting, we should not see any time lag. We load the data uh, through QMC or a timely fashion or in the midnight, but through Qlik Sense, Qlik Replicate, we can show the data into the dashboard on a real-time basis. So quickly and easily set of data replication with intuitive GUI, eliminating the need of manual coding. So when you do the replications, our database administrator does the replications in the server by using a lot of batch process. He need to write a lot of shell scriptings. He need to write a lot of commands in the database side, create the batch job, execute the batch job through the schedulers of the operating system. But that is very hectic practice. Okay, there is a chance of failure and there is a manual monitoring. Everything is in a scattered way. But since it is a purchased or proprietary software, it is having the features to do everything in the GUI. Don't need to write any code. You see here, there's a MySQL database and there's a Snowflake target, source and target. Okay, Northwind is a database which is a source. Snowflake is a database which is a target. Okay, and this target database is there in AWS in cloud, and your source database is there in on premises. And the between here you can see the two rings here, right? This is what the Qlik replicate is. Every time it syncs the data from MySQL to AWS, and we don't know where this AWS is located, right? Nobody knows. It's a global web garden. It will always change the target, change the request to select the data from multiple servers from multiple territories. So if the data is fetched from the multiple territory, how this data is replicated across the globe, across the servers? That's the magic. That's it. That is being done through this replications. This is not. They are not following them in Azure and all. They may not be following the Qlik replicate. They may be following other data, big data analytics platform for the replication of their data to all the servers, all the cloud servers available across the globe. Qlik replicate features integrate data across all the major platforms. It supports wide range of sources and wide range of targets. You can take the data from AWS and store in Oracle. You can take the data from Oracle and store in DB2. You can take the data from DB2 and store in SQL Server. So there is absolutely no restriction. Versatile platform for changing data captures. Qlik Replicate provides flexible options to process, capture the data changes, process capture data change. That is what we call as a CDC, transactional, batch. So how the CDC is maintained over here? Qlik Replicate provides flexible option to process CDC, capture data changes. See, data is only added is not the fact. Data is also deleted. Data is also updated in the source system. That updation also needs to be replicated across all servers. That deletion needs to be also replicated across all servers. So that is done through the following approach: transactional approach, batch optimized approach, data warehouse optimized, and message oriented data streaming approach. Transactional change data, capture data changes mechanism is like SQL. So these are all the multiple SQL servers. So SQL queries need to be executed for the updation, creation, and deletions. Batch CDC. So there's a batch job which will be running on basically frequent interval, which will see the data is getting changed. You see there's a data, but these datas are newly added or changed. So these datas are only R1. You know this is so basically this is a deduplications. Okay, R1 triple R1 and 2 time R2 is now R2 R1 and R2 this way. And data warehouse selection and merging, ingestion and merge. So getting the data from the multiple data warehouse, the data sources, and then merging those data into the data warehouse. And message encoding CDC is basically the data streaming architecture. So multiple web cloud technology now following this, you know, message oriented data streaming, which always checks the mm, pulse of the database, source database. In case anything goes into that data, it replicates that to other data sources. So these are all very technical part of this you know uh, data replications. Now performance and scaling, we have never seen that so far Azure or Amazon with AWS servers are got slowed down. If you have on-premises server, you might experience some slowness, but Azure and Amazon Web Services, this type Google Cloud, they have not been slowed down because they follow this performance and scaling approach. So what is scaling? It support one of the broader range of the server sources of the target and move data across the enterprise at high speed and meet real-time business requirement. Replicate data across 100 sources. Log-based zero footprint technology minimize the data source. Okay, so normally what is basically the performance and scaling is, uh, cloud technologies follow the sees the monitoring of this data applications and their databases. The resources are not fixed. The resources of the server, like say 32 GB or 32 core of the server, uh, you know, and 40 GB or 48 GB of the RAM. So in case they find that the server is getting slowed down, the CPU utilization is increasing, they will just vertically scale up the server resources. So these are all the technical engines which looks after this. Vertical scale up means they will not add one more server. The server hardware resources will be automatically increased. Immediately if the RAM is 32 GB, at the same time if the server records automatic scale up, this for 32 GB would convert it to 48 GB, and the server will be capable enough to give the services. So that's what the performance management and scaling mechanism. That also happens through this Qlik replication and enterprise management platform. So this is all about this Qlik replication.